But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking.
Hello again, welcome to the Bidhead Podcast. I'm Thaddeus.
I'm Dan.
And this is episode 21. Today, we're going to talk about Medieval.
We're going to talk about Death Stranding.
And then I'm going to close it up with a brief talk about new Super Lucky's Tale on the Switch.
Was there an old Super Lucky's Tale?
So yeah, I'll give you the details when we get to that. Yeah, but yeah, there's a bit of a story behind it, but we'll just get to the main show and then work our way through. So Dan, you tripped me up already, but we're going with it because we've been here for an hour and a half. I can't even remember what we talked about. We just went from topic to topic, pure tangents. Let's just get this show going. You've got to do your Christmas shopping, and well, I mean, I don't think people go to the gym, but you got shit to do.
This is like the future of what that the Twitch talk show would be.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why we need a third guest.
Yeah, he who shall not be named. We want him to be our third host, but you know.
Well, I mean, if he wants to play games while we talk, I mean.
Yeah. If he wants to be our studio audience, he's also open to that. He can.
He has been.
Yeah, he can be our studio audience and chime in.
We could be like, yeah, we have Pally on the sticks.
Yeah.
What's he playing today? Oh, something on the Switch.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, with all that aside, let's get to the show. Let's go in head first, balls deep, Bidhead Podcast.
Down the throat, see the baby's head.
Yeah.
As they say in Death Stranding.
Yeah. So, Dan, how have you been?
Okay, I have a story for you.
Okay.
A couple days ago, Erica, the girlfriend, she went to bed early.
Yep.
I was there playing some games, and then I had an itch. Didn't think much about it.
Okay.
But it was like, right when you get under the balls, you gotta get an itch there.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I thought you were meaning a figurative itch, but no. A real itch, okay.
A real itch.
Okay.
So, I'm there with a PlayStation controller in my hand, and I'm out. I was in, but I got it out. And I'm like, going to town.
Right.
And Erica comes out, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I tried to play well, like, "Oh yeah, I had an itch, so I scratched it." And she's like, "Yeah, okay."
What the fuck?
I should have done this story. It's gonna fuck everything up.
I didn't know it was going there at all. Like, I thought you had an itch, like, I don't know, you wanted to play something, there's some weird game you thought of. I thought you were talking about figurative itch or something. No.
Because, if I had a Kojima name, it would be called Itchy Tape Man.
All right. Well, thanks for that illuminating update on your life. I don't know. I can't top that with anything. So
I probably should have just mentioned the Toki box.
Yeah, we'll go to that. Sure, we'll clean it up a little bit.
Should we switch it up?
No, we're keeping this. Okay. I mean, it's not a raw, but that's staying. That's staying. All right.
It's not like my name hasn't been dragged through the mud on this show yet.
But I think, earlier, I feel like the Toki box is to blame for why we spent an hour and a half just talking about bullshit and not getting to the show.
Oh my God, for
prior
sure.
to. But so I'll talk about that for on Friday. Something related to another game. I ended up getting $400, so I had my pocket is feeling a little hot, so I decided to spend a little bit of money on nothing crazy, but ages ago, back when I was like, I don't know, around like 3 or something, 3 to 5. Yeah, between 3 and 5, I'd always we'd go to like any video store, like convenience store. There'd always be this arcade game, and it had a little monkey, and he'd get a football helmet, and he'd spit at things. The game started where he's like a caveman. His girlfriend gets kidnapped by a giant hand, and he gets turned into an ape, and the whole thing is like him going around doing that. So I was like,
it's Toki the arcade game.
Yeah, so I always remember that. I had an image in my head for ages, and then like later, like maybe it's a few years ago, I had a friend, another Dan actually, who he was like a huge retro game collector, and I asked him about the game. He had no idea, but then he found a main system, and then I found like, yes, Toki, that was the game. So I put the game back in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just want to see if there was a booklet.
Oh, there's like a comic book in there in the collection.
Is there?
Yeah. So anyway, so I go in, I find Toki, I buy it, and then it has the Retro Lectures edition. So it had like a little arcade cabinet that you could build in it with it. So I was like, yeah, definitely get it. So I bought 2 copies, one shrink wrapped, one not shrink wrapped. It was like the last copy in the store. So I got it, but I was like, I played the game and I was like, okay. I mean, it's definitely showed its age. It's got a polished graphics, but the game itself has got the stupid quarter munching mentality where it's like everything kills you, and if you die even at the end of the level, you get thrown back at the beginning, and you got to put more quarters in. I was like, well, I got my fix. I'll keep my shrink wrapped version, and then I was gonna bring it back. I was telling Dan about it, and then he was like, it kind of enticed him. Because he likes the arcade. I don't even know if he likes the game itself.
I don't actually like the game itself. I remember it was actually really unfair.
Yeah.
Like I said, the game isn't hard. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the fact that it comes with like a little wooden arcade stand
Yep.
that you just drop the Switch into, and I've said this, it might actually make me want to play the Switch. I don't know if I'll play this game with it.
I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, yeah, you might want to Kijiji that or something, but...
whatever. I only have one actual game for Switch.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to put on in your library, right?
Yes, library.
It's a backwoods library, like a redneck town library where the only book is the Bible.
The Bible and Mein Kampf.
Yeah, so he's got that, and I guess he's willing to take it off my hands.
Yeah,
so,
I'll pick it up.
So that's that, but because of that, I think he got that, and we went in all kinds of fucking tangents from that to like just I don't even know where our stories went to like one of our high school teachers being a water polo player, and all kinds of other.
Well, it was
bullshit.
us also doing stupid shit.
Yeah. So I think we hopefully got it out of our system, so we will have a concise episode that won't have to edit too much. I mean, we got that. We got the very intriguing ball scratching story out of the way. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
So I think let's dive into the game. So I'll start with Medievil. It's a remaster of a game that came out in 1998. Medievil was a PS1 game where you play as Sir Dan Fortesque, a knight who it was the guy who's like a bullshitter. Like his whole thing was that he pretended to be someone who like did all this like valiant.
He said he was a hero, but he was like a nothing.
Yeah, he's a loser.
He was a Cloud Strife, if you could.
Yeah, but he convinced the king, and he was like kind of the king's confidant and most valued soldier. But then when push came to shove, they went to war and had to take on this sorcerer. He was the first to die and got his eye shot out by an arrow. Yeah. So years later, the sorcerer whose army killed him comes back, revives the undead, and then he is amongst them. So now it's his chance of redemption. So the gameplay is like it was inspired by Tim Burton movies and Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, like very much like the Maximo games.
Yeah, Maximo. I mean, Maximo was more
came
like,
after.
Yeah.
But no, because I played the original Medieval.
Yeah.
I didn't like it back in the day.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I was that was at a time where everyone was transitioning to 3D. And this one was rough as a 3D game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I loved it back then. I mean, I've always liked Burton-esque gothic visuals. Like, I have a thing for skulls. Like, if you look around my place, I always have just, like, random skull shit for whatever reason. But
I thought you were just really into the Punisher.
No, Punisher, that was from my girlfriend's mother for Christmas. She didn't even realize it was Punisher. She just said, "Oh, you like skulls," and got that. And I was like, "It's Punisher." I mean, I like Punisher, but not.
It also could be Death from Darksiders.
Darksiders, yeah.
Darksiders, no.
It is Darksiders, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you're talking about like war. Yeah, the Four Horsemen. And, yeah. It's Darksiders.
Because that's basically what Death looks like.
Yeah, but then he has he
has the dreads or whatever.
And yeah, pretty much. Like he looks like a 90s like
surfer dude.
Yeah, or black metal.
He does look black metal.
Yeah, very much so. And he's voiced by the villain from Crow also, which kind of fits.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Wait, Crow the movie,
yeah,
right?
Crow the movie, yeah.
Not Crow the TV show.
Yeah. No. So yeah, the game is a basic hack and slash, but it wasn't as like, sophisticated as something like Devil May Cry. So the combat is very, I guess, like you're just like slashing almost very indiscriminately and then hitting guys, and it's got weird collision detection. As a remake, it's not a kind of thing where they kind of built it from the ground. Well, I mean, it's built from ground up graphically and presentation, but they didn't like change the gameplay, revamp the gameplay. It is really just like 1-to-1 the original game.
Well, they have the Dan vision.
Yeah, Dan Cam. Yeah,
Sir Dan Cam.
Yeah, they have Dan Cam. They've. I mean, there are quality of life improvements. So there's Dan Cam, which I never used.
Although the camera, I hear, is still broken.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's got that loose, like kind of isometric, pulled out kind of view. It was never a game that was good for the gameplay. The gameplay was just adequate with a lot of jank. The game, I always enjoyed it for the atmosphere, for like because there wasn't anything that quite had that kind of spooky but whimsical tone to it, which is something I enjoy and have a soft
Tim
for.
Burton.
Yeah, very Burton-esque. I enjoy the music and I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the dry British humor. So it had all that going for it, and that's what made it appealing, and that's what I was looking forward to with this. When I played the demo, I was kind of like, I don't know, but then I was like, but it's Medieval. So when I picked it up, I played it, and I was like, I'm gonna just platinum in 3 days and then do things.
Did you bring it back to EV?
No. So I was, but I was like, I was playing it, and then at a certain point, I was like, because my favorite stage in the game was always the Hilltop Mausoleum. It just has like this great organ music, and that always like, I know something about that stage. It was like when I first played the original. That's when I was like, I love this game. And then when I was playing it, I got to that stage and the music came with the and I was like, all right, I'm in.
You sold me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting the nostalgic goosebumps. I'm keeping you.
You know what? If any remake hits that nostalgia,
yeah,
they've won.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like that, and then that also I was like, I don't know if I want this before I don't want it, so I was get the original. But I found out that you unlock the original game in there, so you have it on it too. So like, yeah, it stays. So the game, yeah, it starts off and like after I feel like the Hilltop Mausoleum is definitely its high point, or actually, I think the game goes downhill after you beat the stage that's the Scarecrow field. It goes like that's gameplay wise starts getting really
repetitive.
No, not repetitive, but it just the jank becomes very detrimental. Like in the Scarecrow field, the Scarecrows do this move where they get and they spin around and they keep hitting you, but it's like because the hitboxes are so the hits are really weird, and it's like your life just depletes like rapidly. There are no iframes or anything. You get hit and you just keep on losing health, and so it's like a lot of times when you're fighting enemies and they come in hordes. Like, you just watch your health drain. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I've heard that that's a big problem.
Yeah, there's that. And, like you have a shield, but the shield doesn't do that much. And it doesn't work in the same kind of, like, way of, like, Dark Souls where you can, like, block, and it's, like, a sturdy block. It's kind of, like...
It just blocks out a hitbox.
Yeah, so it's not that effective.
The hitbox for the shield doesn't get bigger when you use it.
It kind of does. It does, actually.
Does it? Because I heard that the hitbox for the shield is like super small.
It is, and also you get bigger shields as the game goes along. They're more effective and they are sturdier. So there's a bit of that, but even then, it's not amazing. And yeah, I mean, but after that stage, the levels just get more and more janky, and then there's like some of they do more platforming, and platforming is just not its strength because it's still slippery. It's like when he lands, he kind of glides a bit when he lands.
He has slide?
Yeah, he slides a bit, and then also I feel like the movement is kind of like the Crash Bandicoot thing where if you're not pushing forward when you jump, then he just abruptly stops and falls down.
Oh, he has no momentum.
Yeah,
There's no momentum physics in this.
And also, it's like a lot of jank. Like, if you walk and say, like even right from the first stage in the demo, I realized that, like, there's a curvy staircase, and, like, my arm touched a wall, and then I guess I couldn't move anymore. Like, he just stops from that. It's like...
Clipped, eh?
Yeah, like, really? So it's like things like that, or it's like your toe touches a tombstone and you can't move anymore. There were annoying things, but it wasn't difficult for me. It was just annoying at points because I still, as I was playing it, a lot of it was coming back to me, so it wasn't too hard. I got through the game in about 3 or 4 days, platinum did and all that, and I had a good time. Again, all about the atmosphere, the gameplay. It is definitely a hard sell if you're not acquainted with the original game and its jankiness, but also if you're open-minded enough to like know like, okay, this is an old game, you gotta take it, warts and all, then you can have a good time, especially if you're up for the kind of thing.
Now, is it worth the $40 price tag?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Or is it a wait for sale?
I mean, for you, I'd say wait for sale because like it's. Yeah, I mean.
Well, you know me, I hate 3D platformers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not a.
It's more of a brawler.
Yeah, it's more of a hack and slash. There is platforming in it, and the platforming isn't the best.
Trust me, Darksiders had too much platforming in it for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, so there's that to consider. But again, if you really like the kookiness, then get it or wait for sale.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, and it was a good thing to play on Halloween because another game that I got, I'll also talk about in another episode maybe is Luigi's Mansion, but that came out right on Halloween. It's like you don't get to really.
Like, why did they do that?
Yeah,
though?
it's like Halloween, so I didn't play it until like 7:00.
Like
on
not
Halloween.
even the 29th.
Yeah.
The 29th would have been beautiful.
Yeah, like you need a few days, at least the week of Halloween. You get that real atmosphere, and
The slow burn.
Yeah, like you're in the Halloween spirit. But yeah, so that's it for Medieval. I don't regret getting it. I had a fun time. And also, I mean, the only thing that's kind of new in it is at the very end, they have Lost Souls, which is like...
Do you get to spend the souls that you killed and then get to upgrade your character?
That's the game. No, okay, so close. You're close. No,
and when you die, you have to collect them again.
That would have been ahead of time, but what you do for each level though is like you have to. I mean, that's an old mechanic in the game. Is there are chalices and you've got to kill guys to get 100%, and then you get the chalice, and when you go to the Hall of Heroes and you get new weapons from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's
so it's like it kind of is Dark Souls.
Yeah, so maybe they got it from there.
It's a Souls game, everyone.
But instead of like buying things, your cup of soul, the chalice, you redeem it. You go and you talk to like a statue of another hero from the past, and everybody shit talks you. Like they talk about how much of a loser you are, and then they
all do.
Yeah,
that.
Then they give you something for it. So yeah, there's that. But then the Lost Souls is like at the end of the game, you have to like collect a spirit. So you have to go into all the stages, not all, or most of the stages. You collect a spirit, and then they have a riddle, and you've got to go and find the stage. Dad's rolling his eyes. You got to find where that.
This seems like some Banjo-Kazooie bullshit.
Yeah, then you got to like bring them to the area. Then there's like a little challenge, but it's like I don't know. It took me like an hour and a half to finish that, and then the last few trophies I had to get were stupid shit like die 7 different ways. So it wasn't hard to platinum at all. Like honestly, it was a nice easy platinum. Like it wasn't as ridiculous as that mayonnaise game, which I got.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to call you on it.
I was waiting for it. That was like me laying it on the table for you. I thought you were gonna attack me for that.
No, I was like, I saw it, and I was like, huh, interesting.
I just realized because I play Switch so much, I was like, I haven't gotten a platinum in a while. You know what?
So you bought a platinum.
Yeah. Hey, it's 1 of 11. That's the only platinum I've ever like cheated for.
Well, you didn't technically cheat. You played the game.
Yeah, I beat the game, but
you also just clicked the button.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna call you on it because it's like we both knew.
Yeah. That's like wearing like an ab suit or something.
Yeah.
It's one time I felt like it. But yeah, I was hoping for something. I was waiting for any episode. Like I know that was a while ago. I was hoping one episode you would like railroad me with it, but
no, I wasn't going to because I knew the bait was out there. I'm like, he wouldn't do this for no reason. And I was like, nah, something's off. This mayonnaise don't smell right. I could see. I'm not pally. I know these things are coming.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, what would I have done? I would have done it too.
Yeah, that was some super villain shit right there.
The Joker versus Lex Luthor. The Joker knows what you're doing.
Oh well, I'll try harder next time. I'll fish for more, like the platinum beat or whatever.
Yeah. Hey man, I've downloaded clicker games before on PS4. I just don't platinum for a reason. Because I'm like, I don't know, man. Although there is one platinum game or clear game that I was actually very interested in. It's called Death is Coming.
Oh, I have that. Yeah. Oh no, wait. Oh wait. Is that the one where you're the Grim Reaper and you have to like pick people to go to hell or not?
No. It's,
okay. No, never mind.
Well, kind of. It's like you died and now you work for the Grim Reaper, and so you're like basically a little guy, and there's and then you can't actually just kill people. You have to like influence things. That
Okay. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
So like you. Can click on a car and the car will accidentally just drive when someone's crossing the street, or if there's like a potted plant on a building, you click on that and then when someone walks under it, it'll fall on them. But there's also angels that are like looking for like people who are fucking with the world, and I'm like, that is such a clicker game, but it looks interesting because you have to. It's kind of like those games where like you have to take people out. Without getting caught. Kind of like Hitman. It's like a puzzle game.
Okay, that's the appeal for you.
So I was like, I don't know. This is such a clicker game. I don't want the trophies. But it looks like it's mildly interesting.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like the kind of thing where how I notoriously play audio from not a game, like a podcast or a YouTube video, and play games. That's the kind of game that...
Well, I mean, it looks like an actual game compared to the Mayo game, which is literally just clicking like 25,000 times until you get a platinum.
Oh, I saw the gameplay of My Name is Mayo. It dresses up. Does it dress up and other things, or does the background just change?
It dresses up. It gets like bikinis and shit.
Oof. Okay.
It's not my proudest achievement. Literally not my proudest achievement, but hey. I was hoping for a fight.
you were in a dry spell, and there was just the girl with the crooked eye was giving you the wink.
Much,
Or maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was staring at the door. You're lucky we weren't super close in high school. Do you remember that girl who was a year younger than us? She had like a bad eye. What was her? She had a fucking fucked up eye. She was pretty.
Yeah.
But her eye was fucked.
I don't remember that.
And I used to be like, yo, she's hot. And all I was like, what do you mean? Like, if you cover her in one eye, she's good looking.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I was like talking about how like I'd give it to her in 3D so she can't see stereo. She can't see 3D images because the one eye's dead.
Fuck.
It's like, I'll mush her slap her. It's the only thing she'll see in 3D.
No, that's I keep trying to think of who that was. Like, there's.
We gotta ask Pally because he was always around her when I was like talking about this girl.
I remember there was a girl who's kind of hot, but she had like a big limp. That's about it.
Well, no, I think she just dated black dudes. She went out with Terry Crews. She need a wheelchair.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, let's get things back on track.
Okay.
Death Stranding. So, story is we pre-ordered this ages ago. I pre-ordered it ages ago. I ordered it on Amazon and the collector's edition. And Amazon had a sale. I said, "Oh well, I've got the collector's edition. Do you want my sale version?"
Well, no, you ordered the collector's edition from EB Games.
Yeah.
And you had the regular one from Amazon.
Yeah.
I think you got you either had a sale or like a retroactive deal.
Yeah, I think I didn't even realize when it happened. I was going to cancel it.
So I canceled my pre-order.
Yeah.
And then just paid for yours.
Yeah.
And then you spoiled it and started watching live streams and watching reviews.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to go in blind. I already know it's going to be bad.
Well, I mean, it was like a $260 investment.
Yeah.
Like I had to know what I was dealing with.
Well, that's why when you were like, I don't know about this, I'm like, you sell your collector's edition. Yeah. I'll jump on the grenade for us. I will do it.
Yeah. So
I think that's literally how I worded it. I'll jump on this grenade. Yours is a bigger investment than mine.
And again, I mean, while you have my respect for it, I haven't forgiven you for your hike up too.
I don't think anything will forgive it. It's like when the villain kills your dad but becomes good after. It's like, I can't forgive you. But we can work together.
Exactly. So I ended up selling mine. I think
you got the big collector's edition with the briefcase, the baby in a bathtub.
Yeah, a week before, I made up my mind. I was like, yeah. At first, I was like, yeah, I think I might.
You were riding on the fence, and I was like, I kept saying, I don't think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I was riding on the fence, and then I think it was that, but also I think I watched another review where they talked about how intricate the menu system is, and you're going to spend all the time.
It's really brutal.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck that. And I think someone compared the movement to Red Red Redemption 2, and I was like, okay, nope. And
The thing that sold you was they compared the game to the movie The Postman.
Yeah, no. That was a different thing. No, I was already off. Pally's when he said that it was like Postman the game, and I was like, that's a weird thing to pay homage to.
Like, that's not a movie you want to compare your game to.
Might as well make a game of Waterworld too, which they did apparently for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but see that they could just gamify Waterworld.
Yeah. And maybe it's a better game than movie, but that was just not something you want to pay homage to. But if anyone would, it would be Kojima.
Or Paperboy. This could be a Paperboy game.
That's Premium Rush.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Premium Rush is definitely Paperboy. That's what when I first saw it, that's what I called it. But yeah, I sold it off to 400 like right away. I put it on eBay, but then I was like, no. I like eBay. People can have buyer's remorse and do something.
Also, you have to go through the whole hassle of shipping it.
Yeah, so I was like, GG, I'm just going to give it to this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it to someone and take it and run off, and that's it once I get money. So I did that. I found a guy. I met him at the mall. It was like, pretty much I bought it, and then I walked. It was like, the game was gigantic. It's like takes up like my torso, and I was just like, walking, like waddling down the mall with it, and I met the guy in the food court, handed it off to him, and the guy was like a little short Asian guy.
Was he shorter than me?
Yeah, he's shorter than you.
Because you said like it looked like a box with legs.
Yeah, he was shorter than you. A little Filipino guy, maybe like 5'3", between 5'3" and 5'5".
Oh, fuck, a manlet.
Yeah, so. Like I gave it to him, and then when he was walking off, it was like a little box with legs. Take it off, and I was like, like I got the money. That was that. So mine's gone. Dan got hit. Dan decided to keep it, and
because I said we need to have a look
for the sake of the show. I mean,
we gotta. I would have sold this. I would have no receipt returned.
Yeah. I mean, the game. The game is a hot topic.
Yeah, so, and it's a Kojima game. Like, I know it's gonna be. I know it's not gonna be the game I want.
Yeah,
but I will give it its fair shake. Mm-hmm. And at 6 hours was when I lost my mind.
Let's go back a bit further.
Let me set the stage. Yeah. It starts out with you as Sam Bridges Porter.
Sam Porter Bridges.
Oh wait, sorry, Sam Porter Bridges, not his real name.
Yeah, played by mocapped by Norman Reedus of Walking Dead fame.
I was gonna say, what's it called?
Boondock Saints.
Yeah, Boondock Saints.
That's what I know from more. Yeah.
Was he in Boondock Saints too? Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was both of them.
Christopher. What's that?
Flannery.
No, who's the bad guy from Spider-Man?
Willem Dafoe. Willem
Dafoe was not in the second one, which I was very disappointed.
No, he was in the end. Like they broke him out of jail or something.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah.
He was like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he was. That's why the second one suffered.
Other than that giant, that really thick lady was like super feminist.
In the first
one, where she's like, the rule of thumb lady.
I don't even remember that. I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, it's the first fight scene they get to where she's like, they said that you could beat her with a stick that's no bigger than a thumb. That's why they called it the rule of thumb. And that's when he's like, he looked at his brother, he just fought her. Anyways.
Yeah.
Off top.
Yeah.
So Norman Reedus, you play as him, and you are a porter. Mm-hmm. So you basically, the gameplay of it is 90% of the time you're picking up packages and walking to places. And because the U.S. is destroyed, it's post-apocalyptic, none of the cities are sort of connected.
And it was destroyed by the Death Stranding?
Yes.
Okay. So what the fuck is the Death Stranding?
I don't know. It has something to do with the beach and black whales. It looks like oil shoots out of the ground when they come. And there are invisible people that try to attack you. But anyways, so you're basically walking around carrying packages. That's the gameplay, is walking simulator. But you also have dysfunction where you have to manually control your body like it's... Remember Manual Samuel? We were talking about this. Yep. Manual Samuel.
Or QWOP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where a slight deviation in altitude will fucking kill you. You have to constantly be flicking, shooting your laser to kind of tell you what the ground looks like. So blue is safe, yellow kind of dangerous, but not really. Red, your guy's going to take a backflip and shoot his packages everywhere. So, and as you're walking from city to city, I mean, you're picking up packages that were lost. You're crossing rivers, and you have to hold with both hands to kind of slow yourself down and make sure that precious cargo doesn't go anywhere. And at first I was like, okay, I can be okay with this. But then sometimes whenever it rains, that's when the stupidest name for anything ever, until you find out the names of most of the characters.
Exactly, I was going to say.
Bridge things, or BTs, they start coming after you.
And what's rain called? Timefall.
Timefall.
Yep. Everything is literally just...
Because time speeds up, so you just super age in it. Yeah, I don't know how you remember that. You didn't even...
I watched a shitload of reviews and like people playing it.
I wouldn't blind my
I spent hours watching shit before. It's like, yeah, I can't.
Like I said, I had to give this a fair shake. I gave it the blackout fair shake. Now they start coming after you. They just indiscriminately pop up like Psycho Mantis and shoot things out of the ground. And if you get hit, oil shoots out of the ground and people pop up to kind of pull you down. The only way to escape is to slowly trudge your way out of the pond of oil. And if you don't, because I killed myself on purpose the first time, you get pulled underneath and then they drag you along, and then an oil whale / tentacle monster shoots out of the ground. And the only way to not die during that point is you have to run away from it out of the oil field and run far enough away. If you die, apparently your body blows up and puts a crater in the earth.
Okay.
No fucking word of a lie. That's when I was like, because I was like, okay, I'm going to try and die, see what happens.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, you know what? I'm restarting the game. This game, I played, when I freaked out last night, I was at 6 hours.
Yeah.
I skipped the first hour of cutscenes because I had already seen them.
Yeah.
I think actually the only cutscene I actually watched in that first hour was when you were watching my stream.
Yeah, because you're ranting about it, and I was like, hey, let me see what this is all about. So then I jumped in to watch him play a bit.
It's bad. Like, I'm not saying that it's a bad game, but it's a boring game. It's the controls are ingenious, the physics are great, visuals are amazing. Cutscenes, there's too many.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was really intrigued by the world it's in. Like, there are interesting concepts and great visual, like appealing visual style, character design.
The story was catching me a little bit later.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was going to say is the most frustrating thing is there is good gameplay in it when you're fighting. I mean, unfortunately, when you're fighting the beach things, you can only chuck grenades so far, is what I found.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're actually infiltrating the, I don't remember what they're called, the barbarians or whatever, the people, the rebels and thieves.
Not raiders.
They are basically raiders.
Yeah, but they had a name. I can't remember the name now.
It's something stupid. Guaranteed.
But they're people who are addicted to...
Raider Man.
They're guys who are addicted to delivering.
No, they're cargo hoarders. They're hoarders.
Hoarders, yeah. But I heard, I thought they're addicted. I heard something that they have an addiction to delivering things. That's why they have to...
No, they love packages.
Okay. So maybe it's addicted to packages.
Like,
I heard
that's why they want to catch all the porters and take the shit.
That's kind of realistic. There are the people who like steal your Amazon packages off of your doorstep and all.
What?
That. Never heard that? That's
actually no. I see a lot of those and people sending their glitter bombs to themselves.
Yeah. It's an epidemic. I don't know how much it is over here, especially in like my neighborhood, because it's like I feel like it's hard to steal things here because like everything's kind of facing each other.
Well, that and like. Do you also you're in a townie, so there's also a next door neighbor.
Exactly.
Who's literally connected to you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a bond of trust.
Yeah, it is. It's
these strands together, they have to build trust.
Exactly.
To build bridges.
Human connections, right?
For Amazon delivery package porters.
So, I mean, that's another frustrating thing is that I see where the game is going and how it is a commentary on America. I know that's what it's going for. So you can see it. It's a bit on the nose in terms of what it is. Like, it's not as subtle or clever as
It's not
thinks
clever
it is.
at all.
There's no subtlety at all.
The story is clever.
Yeah.
Nothing about the characters.
Everyone is named what they are. Yeah, like you were saying, naming conventions. Like,
you know, Sam Porter Bridges. His real name is Sam Strand.
It's actually...
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's also the president's son, but I don't know if he's actually the president's son because apparently her daughter shows up as the same 30-year-old lady throughout his whole life, even when he's a child. So I don't know what the fuck.
And then there's a guy named Die Hard Man because he doesn't. It's hard
Die
for him to
Hardman?
die. Yeah. There's Dead Man. There's what else was there?
Who's the blood guy?
Blood guy. Which one's that?
Is he Bloodman?
Me? I would be surprised.
Or Life Man or something like
That
that?
sounds like Mega Man bosses.
It's
Jesus.
it's the guy who collects your piss, shower water, and shit.
Is it who Guillermo del Toro is? That
No.
Okay, I don't
Dead
know.
Man is the guy
that's Guillermo del Toro.
who's the corpse collector.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Life Man. He is Life Man. I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's Life Man.
Yeah, these guys are Mega Man rejects.
Yes.
Christ.
But no, there's a good... Like, when I went into the Raider Village, like, you can only knock them out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this plays like Metal Gear Solid, where, you know, you do your combo hits and then they fall down. And then the next guy runs at you, like, and you're trying to pick up items while you're fighting.
Yeah.
And slowly you look like a fucking turtle doing karate chops. I think I showed you guys the video of me. When I got frustrated at like the 6 hour mark, I just took out everything that I had saved and just like loaded my guy up so that he was like 500 kilograms heavy, so he couldn't carry anything else. And I was making him walk around like he would look like he was gonna die. I couldn't turn. That's how funny I made this. Where I actually had to I had to do it a couple times where I could walk in a straight line.
Yeah. So the whole now wait. So I know there's a whole cumbersome thing with the packages and waiting your body. Like, how does it work exactly? Physically, like, I haven't
You
physically
have to
experienced it, so I know.
The way you arrange your packages on your body, you can either put it on your backpack, your shoulders, your hips. You can carry it with your hands. And then certain items like boots or certain tools, you have clips for them. Now, you have to be kind of conscious about where you're putting things. Things on your backpack or your shoulders are less likely to fall off than your hips or your hands. But also, you can't just sort of overload yourself in an awkward position. Mm-hmm. So it's such micromanagement that it's not
for me.
It's not insane, but the fact that, like, when God of War for PS4 came out, all the menus were really small text. This has that same problem. I can't tell what I'm supposed to do sometimes because I don't want to listen to it, but also the text is so damn small that it doesn't just come out right and say, like, build a generator. Okay, I could do that. So it's like, that's when I got so frustrated. Also, there was a motorcycle that I couldn't use for reasons. After I built the generator, I was able to, which made it more bearable.
Yeah.
Because fuck walking. We live in a world where we just take cars.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't about that hipster bullshit. Pally, it is, you feel the way I about hipsters as I feel about Republicans. Remember when he said that? I was like, I'm like, I don't know. One's more ridiculous than the other.
I feel like we held off on the Pally shit talk for a while, but you're letting loose today.
No, it's true. He said that to me. I was like, I don't know. I say it about hipsters jokingly. People say that about Republicans for real. So I kept flipping back and forth whether I like this game, I can accept this game, or if it's just a bad game. And I realized it has Final Fantasy 13 syndrome. Where there is a good game in there, but you have to put in an amount of time that feels like torture in order to get to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know if
and that's why I feel like a lot of the journalists and the influencers are gonna be like, well, you guys are hating on the game for being not what you want. I'm like, no, the fact that they went in a bad direction doesn't mean we can't like the game.
Yeah, it still has to be fun. Like, I mean, I don't mind.
No, it doesn't even have to be fun. It has to at least be engaging. And there's not anything engaging about it.
Not at all. I don't mind games that take weird directions in terms of the gameplay or aren't that, like, demanding or anything. But, like, those are, like, $20 indie games or games that are way lower at budget and all that.
Or released right at the beginning of the generation where it's more of a tech demo. The Order could not survive today.
No, I mean, it didn't survive when it came out.
No, but it was more of a tech demo than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is kind of what that game is. It's like, hey, here's all the crazy physics. You see all the subtle slopes? They're going to fuck you up, especially with all the weight you're putting on.
It's a show reel or like a video reel for Kojima, because he's obviously wants to go into filmmaking and has come out and said that's where he's going now anyway. So this is just a test for that, and I honestly don't think his style lends itself to movies, because I mean, if you're making art films, like there's subtlety to them, and there's nuance to his art films, and there's kind of like a more of like there's a certain sensibility to it that he doesn't seem to have. Well,
I think it's just also a regional thing where like English words are really cool in Japanese.
Yeah.
So naming someone Dead Man.
Yeah.
Actually sounds really cool to Japanese people.
Is that the equivalent to getting like Chinese symbols tattoos over here and people are doing that?
No, it's like, you know how like when you hear like songs in different languages and then you actually translate them, they sound like shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, man, these lyrics are really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Anime intros and all that.
Actually, I was thinking more of like the Latin music.
Okay.
Anything by Shakira sounds bad in English. But, no, like that's it. That's really, I'm like, you know, he's not clever enough for English movies.
No.
He'd be good enough for, you know, movies in Japanese where he's fluent with it.
Yeah.
The naming conventions will sound way cooler because Deadman.
Yeah, Deadman.
Instead of call me Deadman.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he wants to make American movies though, because always cast.
But yeah, honestly, anyone who criticizes this game, you're valid. You think it's great. You can't say that. Yeah. You think it's a piece of shit because it's boring? Mm-hmm. Very valid.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, again, the game has its merits. It definitely, I see it as like 15% game and then a good game, and the rest of it's just kind of fluff.
It would be honestly more interesting on PC where they have mods.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning that to you before. Yeah.
If they put a gun in your hand and said, you know what, you can't kill people, you can't kill the invisible things, but you can shoot an animal once in a while. Yeah. You know, there's lions out there.
Because, I mean, this is made with the Decima engine, which was made for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Or, like, you have to hunt animals to eat.
Yeah, like, if they could have, I mean, imagine if they had at least... Yeah, it had at least a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn elements in this game.
Yeah, no, just, you know, go... what's that game, that gun game from Ubisoft where you like skin animals and shit?
Oh, Far Cry? Yeah.
If they just put that, you can't kill humans.
Yeah.
But you know, you need to eat a bald eagle once in a while.
That's another thing I thought. Because I thought there's survival elements. If they apparently have to sleep to regain stamina.
Yeah, you hold circle and you fall asleep. You also have to rock the baby when it gets stressed out. And you can drink from your canteen, or you can drink a Monster Energy drink in your room. Why wouldn't you bring the Monster Energy with you onto the road? Apparently they have a shit ton of it. Yeah. Because they're in every damn room you go to. And there's about 6 cans, which is expensive. That's like $20. Why not just take a couple on the road? What, you got too much? You're not carrying enough shit?
So, I mean, the main focus of the story, you've kind of touched on it in like little bits.
You are.
So what's the main main impressions of the story?
Okay, the main impressions of the story is, sorry, we're going everywhere with this stupid game. Yeah. Once you get your actual mission, your mother is the president. She wants you to kind of help your sister become the president, the new president of the United States, by reconnecting all the cities or towns back together through basically the internet. Yeah. But you have to do that by bringing a necklace of USB keys to way stations to kind of connect the basically fiber wire back up.
Chiral network.
Chiral network. And so that's basically what you're doing. And sometimes you'll get somewhere and they need parts for their chiral printer. Yeah. Or they need a generator to go on. Or the people don't want you there unless you give them something that makes them trust you. Okay. So that's basically, you're going around just hooking up the internet. Connecting cell service. You know, you're going from one place to another going, can you hear me? Good. Also, there is fast travel. Okay. But the girl, I forgot her name. The one that I told you that was like
Fragile?
Yeah. Fragile who is basically the reverse of
From Metal Gear, the naked girl in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Whisper.
Whisper, yeah.
She's the reverse of Whisper,
Yeah.
where she has to wear clothes. Whereas Whisper didn't. Was forced to not wear clothes. Where Fragile kind of gives you an umbrella, and her special power is to teleport.
Yeah.
So she gives you that power.
Okay.
Or she'll teleport you.
Okay.
It's... That's basically this. And then there's also Troy Baker's character, Higgs. Mm-hmm. He used to be partners with Fragile till he backstabbed her. And he basically does not want the U.S. to be remade.
Because?
No reason.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know why. I haven't figured it out
maybe
yet.
they'll delve into that.
I only played 12 hours, Thaddeus.
Fair enough.
I mean, come on. I got to the first boss battle 8 hours in.
Yeah.
Which was fighting a whale with grenades as you ran around on top of buildings that sank.
All right. So where does Mads Mikkelsen come into it then?
So the way you detect the invisible demons, basically, the BTs, is you plug an aborted or a baby that was taken out of a still mother's body and placed into a box that simulates the womb.
Okay.
They are very sensitive to the BTs. No one knows why. The reason for the technology has been long gone.
Right.
You plug the baby into your stomach.
Like a colostomy bag?
Yeah.
Right.
But because you are immune to the BTs to a certain degree, you have memory feedback from them.
Okay.
Mads Mikkelsen is BB's dad.
So he's in flashbacks.
Yes.
Okay. Because the trailers made it look like he was the villain back in the day.
They made a lot of he could be.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Also, I highly suspect your sister is the villain.
Okay.
Because she doesn't actually appear in front of you. The only thing is she's a hologram her real body is being... She's allowed to roam free, but she's kept prisoner.
All right, because to me, she looked like the little boy in Mass Effect 3 who, like, you watch it blow up in a ship, but then you keep on having nightmares about him. At the end, he's the one who tells you to pick red, blue, or green. That's what she looks like to me. But
she just keeps showing up, but, like, she might be evil.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Honestly, be very careful with buying it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I really wanted to. I was trying.
Well, I was pretty intrigued by it. Like I wouldn't say excited.
I was not intrigued by it.
Yeah, it was kind of some trepidation because I was like, I don't know. Like I was never a diehard Kojima fan. Like way back.
I was.
I know. Okay.
Of 1 and 2.
Okay.
And
exactly.
4.
That's it. Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. The first one again is a game that caught me by surprise. I was telling you off air or during our like hour and a half bullshit session that. Like, my mom got it for me for Christmas, and it was a game I wasn't even asking for. And it was a game I was pleasantly surprised by. It was like, back then, it was revolutionary to me.
It was revolutionary.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, and I was hoping that, but as the series went along, first of all, it got really convoluted. It got way up its ass and more filled with, like, psychobabble and, like, pseudo-intellectual, philosophical, just chatter. So... as it got more and more lost in that, I was kind of lost interest. But I always thought Kojima had something. Like he had an interesting vision and interesting ideas, even if he's kind of Tarantino thing by taking like ideas and then making them think like Snatcher. I enjoyed a lot, but it's clearly just Blade Runner, Bubblegum Crisis, Terminator, and the one character is ripped right out of Dune.
Yeah.
So. I knew it was that, but the way he was able to mix that up together was an interesting mix. So I was hoping for something good, and I was hoping that Death Stranding would also be like this major mind fuck. Like I remember the moment everybody talks about it, but I mean it really hit me too. Was fighting Psycho Mantis, and then he like read your memory card and said, "Oh, I see you're a fan of Castlevania," and things like that. And he would like say, "Oh, you saved a lot," and then you'd have to beat him.
Are you an oversaver?
Yeah, I used to be. I used to be like,
shit.
Yeah. I was because I mean I don't know. Yeah, I guess you had siblings, but I don't know. Like I used to have the thing. Memory cards change things, but Super Nintendo, you'd have things where your siblings would save over your files, like the Zelda or Mario. It's like. So I was always like super cautious about it. But then when I have a memory card, I always like keep my memory card like packed away and everything. So I had that kind of complex going on. Not as bad anymore. But but things like that, it was just really interesting. And then you had to pull out your joystick, the gamepad, and put it in the player 2 port for him not to like be able to detect your moves. So things like that. I was really interested in those kind of aspects. I thought that he was going to do something interesting with that, but it doesn't even seem like Death Stranding has gameplay that's that unique or like a mind fuck or anything, does it?
Well, you throw grenades that are made from your poop.
Yeah, but it's still the mechanic of throwing grenades. It's not really anything.
Let's see. I'm really trying to think, and nothing's really.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the gameplay. It's stupid gameplay, but it doesn't seem like it's like.
It's not engaging.
Yeah,
it's work to me. But then again, I never had hope for this game. I told you I didn't like Metal Gear Solid 5, and I don't like what. Yeah. I said I think Konami was right. He's past where he's good. He's able to make a good game.
He definitely is, and it's the thing that happens again a lot with film directors where
they need to be reined in.
Yeah, you get told you're a genius too often, and then you think that you can just do anything you want, and you just get way off the rails and carried away.
Yeah. And it's sad because like. I love Metal Gear Solid. I was ready to get I have so much Metal Gear Solid shit. Solid Snake was one of my favorite characters because I was like, oh my god, storytelling in games. Yeah. It's the revolution. No, but like I said, I didn't like Metal Gear Solid 3 because it was just overly complicated and I get it, the story is interesting, whatever. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5, I did not like because I thought he's trying to fit too much crap in here, but he doesn't have enough time. So then it just shows it for what it is, where it's just a whole bunch of plot lines that won't pan out properly.
Yeah, plot lines and quirky characters.
Yep. And then this one, I was like, I'm not really excited. Yeah. I kind of turned out of that horn. Yeah, I'm not excited. I don't care. It might be good. I don't think it will.
I was never excited. I mean, I was more excited about Medieval Remastered coming out than
you at least were interested.
Yeah, than this one.
I wasn't.
This one I was always like, oh, it could be good, but I don't know.
You're always on the fence. I was like, oh, you're getting it on sale. I guess I'll pick it up.
Yeah. So that's it for Death Stranding.
I think we went a little long on
this one. We got really fucking spirited about this, but there's gonna be some editing. Luckily, again, the girlfriend's out of town, so I don't have to pull in the boyfriend duties and babysit.
All right, let's fit in the last one.
Yeah, the last game. Okay. Yeah. So you get your heart out like 12.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got an hour.
Okay.
So the next one up is New Super Lucky's Tale. So it's called New Super Lucky's Tale. It's a 3D platformer on Nintendo Switch. Originally, it was an Xbox exclusive, and that was a Super Lucky's Tale. So when it came out, I guess it was kind of met with lukewarm reception because it kind of like Medieval, where it had this like old school platforming problems. Yeah, like it wasn't even that old a game. It came out like maybe 2 years ago or something on Xbox One, but it was. I mean, I had it on Xbox Game Pass, and I gave it a shot, and it's just got shit camera angles, and it's like this kind of thing where it's like I was dying because of the camera.
Was it Xbox or Xbox 360?
One. That's right, Xbox One. Yeah.
Oh, original
Xbone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say Xbox One,
not the original. Yeah,
they fucked it up.
Yeah, their names are so fucking stupid. Yeah, it's the Xbone, the most current Xbox system until Scarlet or whatever else comes out. So I mean, it's a fairly new game, but it had just poor camera issues, and it's the kind of like the controls were a little sluggish or just not quite tight.
Okay.
So I played it and I was like, I didn't, and I didn't bother going back to it after dying a couple times on the first level. Not because I had a hard time, it's because the levels were kind of poorly designed. So the New Super Lucky's Tale, the whole thing is that they kind of went back in and I guess like changed it all up. So it's
what do you mean?
Like they fixed the level design. It's like almost everything's been redesigned. So it's the game, but also they've like fixed everything up. It's almost like almost a whole new game. Like it wasn't just like a little like touch up here and there. Like they went in and just like gutted it and tidied it up, or like fixed things like the camera angle and new elements. Like I don't know all the differences in terms of like new. I mean, there's DLC they added to the game that is already incorporated in the Switch version, but I don't know all the aspects that are different in terms of that. But as the game itself, it is a fun little 3D platformer. It's not very hard. It's kind of breezy almost.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's like a little
He
fox
kind of
guy.
reminds me of Klonoa.
Yeah, he kind of looks like playing
Like Skippy.
Yeah,
No, not Skippy.
Conquer. Yeah, that's what I
Conquer
think.
before Conquer went dark.
Yeah, so that's what it is to me. It feels like Conquer's what the Conquer's game was supposed to be. But until
Does he fly?
No, he double jumps and he can like.
Okay, because he has a cape.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, the thing is, you can buy like in each level you're earning coins, and the coins you can buy, like Mario Odyssey, where you can use the money to buy outfits.
Clothes?
Yeah, so there's all kinds of outfits he has in it. It's like basically each level. It's like you have a hub world. You go in each level, and you get lucky charms for 4 different things. So one is from finding the main one to get out of the level. You get one for getting 300 gold coins in a level. You get one for spelling the word lucky in a level, and you get one for finding a hidden page.
Oh, the game's kind of cute.
Yeah,
actually.
it's a fun little platformer. Like it's.
Is it hard?
No, it's easy. Like I think I know you have an issue with platform. I think it'd be right up to your speed.
Well, the thing is, I find that you have to spend a lot of time just kind of wandering.
No, that's kind of. I mean, this one
is this a collectathon?
It is a collectathon. Okay. I mean, there's and you can get through the game without doing too hard with the collecting. Like apparently, like you can beat it in 5 hours or something. But if you want to double it up, if you want to get everything, it's like more like 10 to 15 hours. So, I mean, the collecting is for the hardcore. I've been doing everything because it's like the game's not too challenging, so I just go in and do.
I had a holes in my mouth, and I drank my coffee.
Okay,
Holy shit.
I thought you were reacting to the collectathon. I was like, "What is that?"
That's disgusting. I have to spit that out.
Yeah.
Minty butthole.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I was looking up pictures of Lucky Town. I didn't even think of it. Because this doesn't look too bad.
No, it's a nice little game.
You know what? Maybe I'll pick it up on Switch because I know my girlfriend's niece and nephew always want to play games.
Yeah,
if it's easy enough,
it's something that
then it'll be something for them to screw around with.
Exactly, something
or
a
maybe
kid.
I'll be a dick and make them play Toki. I told you I made him play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Oh fuck!
I just put it on the Infinite Lives thing.
Yeah, that's not as bad then at least.
But
how did they do in it?
He couldn't. I think he got past the train.
Yeah,
like that's it.
I know for I guess he's getting a little better. Like I used to play. I still play. When my girlfriend's nephews come by, we play. We played New Super Mario Brothers, and like they don't know. He doesn't know what to do or they don't to do in it. So like now I play Mega Man 11, and then I take the main controller, but I give him another controller. I'm like, oh yeah, you're doing so good.
You're playing.
I pretend to be the bad guys. Then he does that. So it's like it's a good confidence booster for kids.
I don't know. I don't believe in confidence boosters. Like I was like, he wanted to play Smash Bros. Against me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have one rule. You're not allowed to cry or get upset. And here's the thing. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna attack you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump all over the stage.
Yeah.
He died.
That's the thing. I mean, I cut my teeth on classic Mega Man, so it's like trial by fire.
When we were 3, we were cutting our teeth on Contra.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, you want to play a game? Here's a fucking game for you, you little shits.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know why the learning curve is so hard for kids now.
Like, and they should be better off. They're using touchscreens and shit.
Yeah, they're way more adept with, or introduced to technology. It's way more prominent in their lives than it was for us. So
yeah, like, and also our technology was bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, my brother had the NES, which I wasn't allowed to touch for a few years. But, the Atari.
No.
Have at it, boys. Play Battle Tanks.
No, for me, it wasn't too bad. Like, my brother let me play his NES. And
I'd be allowed to, but when my parents were home, I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, really?
Because my brother would be like, don't touch the NES. Beat the shit out of you.
No, it wasn't too bad. Like, again, I was always the second player, and then I'd play stuff. So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like I would be the blue or the red one in Double Dragon.
Yeah, and Contra was like player 2 was red too.
Yeah, blue was always first player.
Yeah.
Also, Battletoads.
Yeah, That was a thing, though. Battletoads.
That was just a murder simulator.
That one, look, my older brother would actually try to play. My oldest brother, he loves fighting games, so he just turned into fighting game. As soon as you start, you just like right away. You get your ass
that's my
kicked.
brother completely.
Yeah. He couldn't get anywhere in it because of that.
Especially when you have to rappel down that stupid cave. And then it's like, we can either just go straight down, or I could do the spin attack and fly into you.
Yeah. It's when you turn to the wrecking ball. That's all.
And you're like, I can't even run. You son of a bitch.
But yeah, so Super Lucky's Tale, fun little 3D platformer, easy enough to play. I mean, if it's a bit more of a challenge if you're doing all the collecting, but other than that, it's fine. I like the tone. It's like it's. I mean, the tone's kind of like a treehouse show in terms of.
It kind of looks cute though.
Yeah,
I like.
It's lighthearted. It's easy and breezy. Like, I mean, it's perfect. Like, I was playing it on the train like yesterday.
It looks like an easy Spyro.
Yeah, exactly. It's really it's a pleasant kind of game. It's like a game when you're not looking for anything like hardcore or anything, but you want a little like a moderate challenge.
Yeah.
The perfect little snack. It's like a snack game almost, I'd call it. So yeah, that's it for Super Lucky's Tale. Any closing thoughts on this episode? You want us to do a nice abrupt hard out? I mean,
honestly, I just want to go because I am going to bring Death Stranding to EB Games.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll pick up a Dragon Ball statue or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think I'm pretty sure they're still doing 50 for it. So
honestly, I was like, what should I buy? And in my mind, I was like, maybe I'll get Dead Cells for Switch.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I like that game, and I don't have anything else I want to buy at the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. So we'll close off, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.